What's on YouTube? It's PTT coming at you with another Division video, and today guys we are going to be taking a look at and reviewing the G36. So what is the G36? How many variations is there, and how do I get it? Those are just some of the questions guys we're going to cover in this video. So the G36 is one of the new assault rifles that came with the Underground update. It has three variations: the G36C, the military G36 and the enhanced G36, and you can acquire this weapon from underground caches, underground missions, the dark zone, pretty much anywhere guys this weapon has a chance to drop. The next thing I want to talk about is the fact this weapon is very overpowered. Massive have already confirmed that the base damage is too high, the talent is bugged, and that they indeed are going to nerf this weapon very soon. In my opinion, that is entirely the wrong move. For far too long, we as agents have had to deal with underpowered weapons, overpowered AI, and now we finally have a weapon that can fight back against the game's AI, and the devs want to nerf the shit out of it. The past few months have seen Massive talk about the SMG M1A meta and how they hope to change that going into Underground. Well, they did. They gave us an amazing assault rifle that has great damage, great accuracy and awesome stability. They gave us a new marksman rifle, the SVD. Again, very good weapon, and in the blink of an eye they want to take it all away. But enough about what I feel is a poor development issue guys, and back to the weapon review itself. As I said, the G36 is an amazing weapon. If we jump over to the shooting range, we can check this weapon out in action. Now bear in mind I am currently running this modded guys, but you can see the stability is very good. Okay, if we move on to a further target, you can see that by burst firing the weapon we can still hit very good shots at distance. I absolutely love this weapon guys. It also has some nice new talents on it. Okay, if we look at my personal one, I have Vicious, Self-Preserved and the newly acquired Focus. When no skills are on cooldown, your weapon damage is increased by 14%. Now this is extremely nice because it means that when you're not using any of your skills at all, you're actually getting a 14% damage increase while using this weapon. However, use that skill and your weapon loses that 14% extra damage. That, however, guys, is actually wrong. There is a way that you can keep your weapon damage on the G36 when you use a skill, and that is to roll a talent called Competent. Now, Competent actually gives you weapon damage increase by 14% for 10 seconds after using a skill. So with Focus and Competent together, it doesn't matter whether your skills are on cooldown because that makes the most of the Focus talent. And then when you use a skill, Competent kicks in and then you get the 14% damage from that. Team that up with something like Deadly, just maybe Destructive, or more importantly Brutal, and then you start really looking at some serious damage with this weapon. Like I say guys, it's very sad that Massive want to nerf this. I love it. It is indeed my favourite gun now. It's blown my setup out of the way. Okay, my SMGs have gone into the stash. My G36 has come out. I use it for absolutely everything. Okay, I love it. I really want Massive to leave this thing be, but I don't see it happening. So what I'm going to suggest to you, grab one. Make the most of it now before they nerf the shit out of it, okay? And try to roll Competent on it, okay? It's what I'm going to try rolling. I've got like 6 of these things, all with different talents on. I'm going to aim for Competent, Focused and Brutal, so that when the nerf does in fact come in, although it will take a base damage decrease, so it won't have as much damage output as it currently does, because mine's sitting at like 12k, I've got one at like 12.5k, you know, that is some really high damage for an assault rifle. But when they nerf that and lower it, I will be using the focus skill, the competence skill and the brutal skill, and hopefully my G36 won't be as affected as a lot of people's. One final thing to talk about then before we wrap this up, guys. After all, this is still an assault rifle, so if you're going to use it, you need to mod it correctly. If we jump back over to the shooting range, I will show you how I have set up my G36 and how indeed I believe you should be setting yours up as well. So as you can see, my flash hider has 21% accuracy and 34.5% stability. My underbarrel has 20.5% accuracy with 37.5% initial bullet stability. Now, the reason I'm actually using that is because I don't have one that just has stability on. If you have one with just accuracy and normal stability, definitely go for that over initial bullet stability, because the initial bullet stability only works for the few rounds to start with and then it drops off. I'm running an extended mag with 100% magazine size and 30.2% rate of fire. You could run this with magazine size and weapon damage. Again, when the nerf comes out, that might be an option to look at, but we will come back and look at this weapon again when they've nerfed it and when we know exactly the changes to it. And finally, my red dot sight is included with critical hit chance and headshot damage of 22.5%. So by the time I add brutal onto that as well, I'm going to hopefully pack a serious punch. And that, guys, wraps up another weapon review. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Let me know any comments you have in the section down below. Do you think Massive should leave this weapon be? You know, is it nice that we finally have such a powerful weapon to fight against the AI? Or do you believe that it does indeed need a nerf to bring it in par with everything else and probably end up in the stash with all the other weapons that don't get used? If you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There are plenty more Division videos coming your way. And as always, agents, thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, I'll catch you all soon.